Hi, this is Carlos Sanchez. I made this little presentation to show you the whole numbers we're responsible for in regards to our home loan. It is not hard to make some research online about this matter. However, the common story of the home loans is that really we are not aware of all these numbers. We sign on them, but we really are not aware of all of them. We are just happy that we were approved for a loan, and regularly we are very excited and in love with the house that we want to buy. Of course, we sign and agree with the banks and understand that the loan has to be paid back with some interests. I went through these numbers as an introductory information prior to show you the power in interest cancellation of the software of my company, which allows loans, not just home loans, but many other kind of loans and consumer debt to be paid off in lot less time and with lot less money, using the same banking systems, but applying also interest cancellation strategies, resulting in a reduction of years of payments to 1/2 or even 1/3 of the original 30-year term. Okay, I placed these numbers in a common online mortgage calculator. These are the numbers for a loan on a $312,000 home. Banks regularly lend up to 80% of the home market value, so we are talking round numbers of a $250,000 loan at a very convenient interest rate of 6.5%, 30-year term, 1.25% in property taxes, and 0.5% for PMI starting February of 2010. As you can see, I set the output parameters to display charts and to see the difference between monthly versus bi-weekly payment options, and also to show an annual amortization schedule. After the calculations, we can see the charts. On the left, we find the interest versus principal amortization curve in the years. In the center, there is a pie-shaped graphic with the percentage of payments to principal, interest, and taxes that we will have to make over the years. Next, we can see the figures linked to this $250,000 loan. We will pay taxes for over $117,000 and interests close to $333,000, so we come to a great total of over $700,000. Now let's have a look at the amortization schedule. Here we can find that we are first paying mostly to the interest and very little to the principal of the loan in the beginning of the term, and by the end of the 30 years we will be paying mostly to the principal and a lot less to the interest. This makes it very hard for us to gain equity in the first years of the loan. Let's see these numbers. At the end of the first year, you will have paid over $17,000, out of which $2,554 go to our principal, while nearly $15,000 went to interest payment. Okay, my window cannot display the whole schedule. Let me put it into my Excel program. Okay, here we are. Now let's go 10 years ahead. At the end of 10 years, you have paid over $205,000, out of which over $162,000 have gone to interest. These are the numbers that you can see on the left of the table, while you have paid nearly $43,000 to principal. This is the number on the right. This $43,000 is your equity after 10 years of payments, and after payments over $200,000, your equity is $43,000. Of course, if you do not decide to move out of your house and ask to refi to buy another house, which normally takes all your equity away, you are on your way to pay off your home loan. But you see what happened after 10 years. and after over $200,000 in payment, look at this, you still owe over $207,000 out of your $250,000 loan. You still owe $207,000. Let's go 10 more years ahead. At the end of year 20, this means year 2030, you will have paid nearly $394,000. Let's say $400,000, out of which over $273,000 have been paid to interest and $120,000 to principal. And at the end of the year 20 of your debt, you still owe almost $130,000 of your loan. You have not paid even half of it. Okay, from here on, you really start to build up your equity quickly, since less payments are made to interest and more to principal. And by the term of the loan, you have paid over $566,000, out of which $316,000 have gone to interest, and of course your $250,000 loan. Plus, you have to add the $117,000 for taxes and some other monies, closing of the loans, insurance, etc., for a grand total of over $700,000. Let's see the graphic generated by my Excel program. There are the numbers. I named this chart like you pay $700,000 out of your $250,000. That's not exactly. Of course, there are property taxes and expenses that we cannot avoid when we purchase a home, but usually these are the numbers that were generated in an online mortgage calculator. Let's go now and compare the monthly versus bi-weekly payment options. When we pay bi-weekly, instead of paying those $319,000 in interest, we will be paying only over $245,000, which is about the same amount as our loan. And by paying bi-weekly, some money can be saved in the amount of over $73,000 in interest, saving in interest, and also saving around 5 years of payments. Let me remind you, as I told you in the beginning of this presentation, that with the software of my company we can reduce the term to 1/2 or even 1/3 of the time. This means in a 30-year loan, interests can be eliminated in such an amount that the term is reduced to 15 or even 12 years, while the correct term is 1/2 or even 1/3 of the term of the loan, which means a lot less money, and this can save you 6 figures, I mean, for this kind of loan. And this is without altering your present lifestyle. Okay, put your name and email on the form on the left top of this page, and I will send you some videos that show you how this works. Hope you got some good insights from this video, and I'll see you in the inside.